and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this show we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will take a look at Kantara Chapter 1. In the light of the tremendous success of Kantara which came in 2022, it was inevitable that another film would follow. Kantara Chapter 1 serves as a prequel and is characterized by its large scale and heightened ambition. Normally ये होता है कि कहानी आगे बढ़ती है, but in case of Chapter 1 कहानी पीछे जाती है, पहले की कहानी बताते हैं ये. With a runtime of nearly 3 hours, the filmmakers have opted for a grand approach, and as a visual experience, Chapter 1 certainly delivers. However, it does feel somewhat excessive and might have benefited from a more trimmed version, but then it is what it is. 2 घंटे 44 मिनट की फिल्म है ये. Much like its predecessor, Chapter 1 has a brisk start and a terrific end. It is the middle portions that just meander along because of ordinary writing and try to compensate for that when it comes to scale and the spectacle. Like the scene where a massive chariot without brakes goes downhill and approaches a cliff. As is often the case with sequels, whether it's Marvel Universe or Kantara, the initial novelty diminishes after the first installment. The themes presented here are somewhat repetitive. There are elements of greed, saving the environment, fighting against evil, and protecting your identity. It is all there in this movie. Set in a historical context where both the Kadambas and the Portuguese coexist, the opening 15 minutes are as brisk as it can get. और उसके बाद ऋषभ शेट्टी आते हैं और सब कुछ slow motion में होता है. He plays Berme, a sort of a leader and protector of the inhabitants of the Kantara forest. The prologue reveals how the neighboring kingdom attempted to exploit the forest dwellers, but ultimately an agreement is established where the king refrains from encroaching the forest. जो forest में रहते हैं वो बोलते हैं हम राज्य में नहीं जाएंगे और जो लोग राज्य में रहते हैं वो बोलते हैं कि हम forest में नहीं जाएंगे. This forest is regarded as Lord Shiva's enchanted garden, and the people from the forest decide not to go to the kingdom and vice versa. The guardian of the forest, Guliga, safeguards the people residing there. काफी साल बाद वो राजा जो रहता है उसका एक बेटा होता है राजा कुलशेखरा played by गुलशन देवैया. He is an arrogant and intoxicated young man who decides to explore the forest, prompting Berme and his friends to take action. Rather than addressing the situation immediately, मामला वही निपटाने की वजह, they capture one of the soldiers, disguise themselves as soldiers and infiltrate the kingdom. Kulasekhara's sister, Princess Kanakwati, played by Rukmini Vasant, is quite taken with Berme and she plays a significant role in the unfolding events. The middle segment of the film progresses slowly and lacks a strong sense of conviction. While watching the film in Kannada with subtitles, the audience appeared to be appreciating some of the jokes that did not seem particularly funny when translated. कुछ लोग तो हंस रहे थे लेकिन subtitle में मुझे उतना कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. As the film approaches its conclusion, the pace picks up. Few scenes are enjoyable as watching a possessed Rishabh Shetty on screen. It is impossible to look away when he embodies the Panjurli character, letting out that whoa scream and dancing as if there is no tomorrow. The tribal folklore narrative emphasizes living in harmony with nature and asserting their own rights. They even attempt to integrate with others, but evil obstructs their efforts. There are several well-choreographed sequences along with some that feel unnecessary, at least not for such an extended duration. However, visually there has been no compromise in achieving the intended effect. Rishabh Shetty delivers an outstanding performance in the lead role, while the supporting cast is serviceable. The cinematography by Arvind Kashyap and the musical score by Ajanish Loknath significantly enhance the film. Although Chapter 1 may not present anything novel in terms of its storyline, it certainly stands out as a grand spectacle. I'm going to go with 3 out of 5 stars for the Kantara film called Kantara Chapter 1. Well, that's what I thought of Kantara that was released this week. Do let us know what you think and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.